Westchester head coach Ed Azam addressing his players, and Tate George, obviously a lot of the focus on LeBron James, but who guards him tonight?
Well, Trevor Reeves, also, how about the message? The message from the coach, and here you see Trevor committed to UCLA. He's going to have that task to plan, but they seem ready. And see, what I liked about what the coach said, he's calm.
Yep.
You know, he's saying to him, listen, it's going to be a little different, but play with the same emotion. Bob, you know, that's important for kids to hear coming out in this type of a game.
Inside Sovereign Bank Arena here in Trenton, New Jersey for the 2003 primetime shootout, but more specifically for LeBron James and the St. Vincent St. Mary basketball team as they get set to take on Westchester High School out of Los Angeles. St. Vincent St. Mary, the top-ranked team in the country, gentlemen, but Westchester ranked at number 7, and we've talked about it over the last few days. This is a team not easily intimidated. They really think that they can win this game tonight. Take a look at these starters first for the Fighting Irish. The backcourt, Corey Jones, Drew Joyce. The front line featuring 3 forwards with Cotton, LeBron James, the very talented Romeo Travis. And we'll be talking about Travis all throughout this game, a 6'6 senior. Take a look at the starting lineup for Westchester. Backcourt, Jonathan Tolliver and Bobby Brown up front. Scott Cutley, Trevor Ariza. UCLA bound, a 6'9 senior forward. And Marcus Johnson, a sophomore, listed at 6'6.
Again, another turnover.
And here is Ariza in the open floor. And the emphatic two-handed stuff by Trevor Ariza. And a quick 4-0 lead for Westchester. Now they give it to LeBron James. Turns and faces just inside the arc. And the first bucket on the night for LeBron James.
He wants to put on a show.
You see Reese playing off of him. You got to get out and challenge James. He knocks down back-to-back deep shots on the left wing.
And that's a 3-point field goal for LeBron James. A quick 5 points for him. Brown, lazy pass, trying to find Cutley. It's taken by James. Attacks. Wow. And a gorgeous dribble drive and finish with the right-handed finger roll. Here's James back to the basket, about 20 feet out. Dribbles through the legs, pulls up on a 3-pointer. Ariza may have got a piece of it, but James steps into the passing lane, comes up with a steal.
His second steal already. Both teams look a little winded right now.
Yeah, the excitement, they kind of got themselves caught up in it.
You got the adrenaline going, and all of a sudden now you start settling in, having to play basketball.
And LeBron James left open. McGee feeds James in the corner, turns and faces on Cutley, wants to take it. Little shake and bake, back to the basket. James tied up, falling away. And a reaching foul called against Scott Cutley.
How about this right here? Gets him on the hand, able to gather himself back up. What amazes me is people treat him as if he is the first and the last to ever do this. You know, you had Dr. J and Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, a lot of the guys, the Amanda Stoudemire that are in the league now. I think everyone, the media, along with his play, has capsulized everything that he does.
And that's a great point. He's the next great player. Wasn't the first great player in high school, and he's not going to be the last. He's just the guy right now.
Right. Gorgeous move to the basket. Another great player on the floor tonight, Trevor Ariza.
He's long enough to finish up at the rim. Another guy, these 6'9" wing guys that can play inside and out.
They're carbon copy. I mean, he may not have as many skills, but the same type body. Yep. They look just alike.
Just not as thick and strong as James.
And speaking of being strong, James just fights through his defender and knocks down the turnaround jumper. He now has 12 points. Dangerous pass. Ariza trying to save it. Fight for it, and it's taken by Travis. James, one-on-one, into the lane, and a right-handed finger roll finish.
Wow. And he finishes like that, and it's a disappointment from everybody in the crowd.
James over 2 defenders falling away. Ill-advised shot by LeBron. Full court pressure defense. James in the backcourt. Down to 2 seconds. James has to fire it up, and he banks it home.
How do you allow him to get the ball?
Well, as soon as he caught it, though, did you see him look up, find the clock? He knew exactly how much time was left. And when that ball left his hands, it's right on our angle. It was going the whole way.
They came to watch LeBron James, and 8 minutes complete. The super senior has not disappointed.
You can't guard a guy because you're off balance. You're leaning forward. You're leaning sideways. Get on balance. You can guard the guy. I don't care if he hits a shot. I want him to hit a couple of those shots because later in the game he's not going to. So we want him to do that. That's fine. Just get the damn ball out of
Westchester head coach Ed Azam. Now James back to the basket. Into the lane. Right-handed finish. Now LeBron James. He's guarded by Jonathan Tolliver. James thought about it. Pulls up. He's off the mark, but he was hacked in the act. And so LeBron James to the free throw line. LeBron James, a guy who also performs in the classroom, has a grade point average of 3.5. He's gotten a bad rap with everything that's happened off the court, but very down to earth. His teammates love him. His classmates adore him. He's the class clown at St. Vincent St. Mary High School, and an all-around great young kid. Jones left open, a three-pointer. Now LeBron James works one-on-one against Ariza. The pull-up jumper outside. It's a two-point field goal.
Boy, he's been impressive from the perimeter.
Chance for the Fighting Irish to build on a 9-point cushion. Johnson down low.
Well, that's what they all came to see, the athleticism of LeBron James on the putback dunk.
Here's James attacking at a shot partially blocked by Ariza.
Especially with all the attention that's coming from the outside, you need to surround yourself with some people to keep people away. We talked about his teammates sometimes creating a cocoon and keeping him inside.
LeBron James left open. The high arcing rainbow offering swishes through the nets.
He's going to get 50.
Oh, yeah.
Here's James, a corner three-pointer. It's good.
That's not fair. He's a little riled up and taking it out on Westchester right now.
And LeBron starting to bark for the crowd here at Sovereign Bank Arena.
Watch this. Left hand, step back, fall away. See, he finishes. And what I like is the emotion. You know, he doesn't allow the crowd to stop him from being who he is. He claps on turnovers. He's up high-fiving the guys that are taking charges. He's not just making the basket. He's also creating the enthusiasm and electricity in the building.
Maybe he can create shots. I mean, all he's doing is shooting fadeaways. Give him credit. Fine, they've gone in. That doesn't mean you stop playing. You go out there and do what he did and get tougher on defense instead of backing away. He gets the ball now. You guys are running for the other end. You guys don't want any part of it. You know why? Because your fucking egos are in it. Your individual egos are in this right now, and you don't want to be embarrassed. Well, then don't get on the goddamn court. Let somebody else play. He does something, so you got to go down there and try to do something on your own.
The Westchester Comets shell-shocked in the halftime locker room. A 17-point lead for the Fighting Irish. Halftime continues in a moment.
And Westchester needs the same start to the second half as they had to start the game.
More showtime. LeBron James soaring through the air as he jams it home.
What'd you say? You needed one more dunk to solidify it for you? Does that do it?
Give me the complete package.
You got it now.
And the Fighting Irish give it right back. Ariza loses the handle. James.
Go!
Oh my goodness. His head was about a foot over the rim.
Look at the crowd. Did you see the entire building stand up at one time?
Give me a timeout. Give me a timeout.
Young guy's got some hops as he gets up. Back-to-back jams by LeBron James. And this place is speechless right now.
They got his mom. Back-to-back. Here it is again. Look at how high he gets up. The floor. Flight 2, 3.
37 for LeBron James.
So now, is he in the NBA dunk contest tonight, right? Tonight's the NBA dunk contest? Well, this guy should be in it, because you know what? He'd be walking away with hardware.
I have to. Hey, Dick Vitale was right.
Oh yeah,
By far. I mean, I'm sitting court row. By far, the best high school player with height that I've seen, TV or in person.
3-point offering is short by Gerard Moret. Here's James going to the left hand.
Covers so much ground so effortlessly.
Comets desperate for some offense. The tip in by Scott Cutler. The no-look offering by LeBron James, and there you see the unselfishness.
And that's what he does best. He's got court vision. He's 2 passes ahead of everybody.
LeBron falling away.
Maybe he's not that tired. Oh, my.
Make it 42 points and counting. Here's James back into the game. Nearly lost it, stays with it. And he puts it down with the left hand, again showing the ability to go to that weak hand right in front of the basket. James now at 44. He could build on that total. One-on-one. Jump stop.
Wow. Wow.
He's amazing himself.
Yeah. He's even got himself shaking his head and laughing.
Here's James down low, lays it up and in very gently with both hands. 49 points for LeBron. James wants more, falling away along the baseline, is bumped and fouled in the act. A lot of yellow and green colors in the stands as LeBron James is able to convert on 1 of 2, and he's tied his career high of 50 points. Unbelievable performance tonight by the 18-year-old James. James guarded by McClinton, falling away baseline, and why not? And he has now surpassed his career high 52 points for LeBron James.
Small, big, 1 guy, 2 guys, it doesn't matter. And here he is coming out of the game, and listen to the crowd. They appreciate what he's done here this evening.
And he's got his arms up because more than anything, again, we talked about his youth, but he wants to play. You know, he's not concerned about the Hummer and the T-shirts and here's his mom coming down. He'd probably give him a hug. They went through a lot this past week.
And his mother, Gloria, trying to make her way down to the bench to congratulate her son. 52 points tonight for LeBron James. The 5th time that he has eclipsed 40 points in his high school career. 21 of 35. And he was 6 of 10 rather from 3-point distance. A dazzling performance by the 18-year-old LeBron James.
And from start to finish, he got out defensively, a couple deflections, scored it in transition, and he never let up.
Here comes the mom.
Gloria James showing a lot of similarities to Allen Iverson's mother.
Yep.
Similar relationship between James and his mother and Allen Iverson. Final score from Sovereign Bank Arena. St. Vincent St. Mary 78 and Westchester 52. A show-stopping performance by LeBron James, a career high for him tonight. 52 points.
Thanks a lot, Spiro. And LeBron, with everything that's been going on over the last 2 weeks, how in the world did you stay focused and come out and put on this type of performance?
No, once again, I'm out here with my teammates. You know, anytime I'm with my teammates, I'm so focused. And this court, you know, the basketball court for me is like a house for me. You know, when you're in your house, you're comfortable. And that's how it was for me tonight.
And being away from your house for the last couple weeks, all of a sudden you seemed a little riled up tonight, trying to take things on offensively, and it looked like you had a little extra motivation, no question, huh?
Well, you know, I think missing the game last week gave me a little bit more motivation and ready to get back on the court with my teammates. And tonight we just wanted to come out and prove to the people in the USA Today that we should be the #1 team in the country, as we are.
And that's the thing. Sometimes it's lost. Your team, the #1 team in the country. You came out and whacked the #7 team in the country, so it's not just you, it is your teammates. Sometimes I think other people lose sight of that.
You know, every time we come out, we just try to play 110%. We got a great role cast, and, you know, you put me on the team, you know, it's great for our team. And, you know, being the #1 team in the country, we got a bullseye on our back. We just try to play as hard as we can.
Talk about a bullseye. You've got a bullseye on your back as well, all the media attention, but again, that focus. Now for you, there's so much still ahead of you, but this season, obviously you want to get back to the state finals this time, once again, get over the hump. What's that like for you? How important is that?
Well, you know, the state finals are so far away. We're just trying to take every week and every day, day by day. You know, just trying to get better as a team every day, and hopefully we can get back to the state finals again.
All right, and again, we appreciate you. I'll tell you what, thanks, man. That was a heck of a performance. Spiro?